Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Razel Dazel. It's been a while. I've been pretty busy. So, I got my socks done for March. So, I got 3 pairs so far. These were January's. And then this was February. And then these were for March. So I got these done for March. These are my March socks. My lights are just, you know. So yeah. And I made these a little bit smaller for Barb's mom because she's like a 7.5. But yeah, just some comfy little socks. So these were for March. I messed up a little bit on the heel. I accidentally sewn that one the wrong way. But that's okay. We all know left from right. Now you know left from right. I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. But yeah. Those were for March. And then so I'm starting on April socks. So we have, see, we're gonna have this is all of my hand dyed cashmere for the socks. So this one is January, February, March. Now I'm starting on April, and I'm kind of working with the scraps that I have left over from making those others. And these are going to be the heel pieces. You know, I'm just turning this light off. Yeah. So now I'm working on the heel pieces. And I figured I'd do these a little different and add a little reinforcement on the edges. With that different color. So I'm doing like 4 rows, kind of like a cross stitch. And I'm just, see, here's the other one. So this is for the one heel, and this is for that second heel. And I'm just putting this extra scrap yarn on the edge of the heels for a little extra reinforcement, and I'm just kind of just stitching it in there. Kind of like just doing cross stitch over top of your crochet, or they call it surface crocheting. So I've been doing that. It takes a long time. But I got distracted. I've got like all these projects going, and currently working on a baby blanket because I started getting on a baby blanket kick. And here lately, I've been getting my socks done like just in time. I think I only had like one day to spare, and I was like, hitting that deadline. I got it done in time. But yeah, I'll probably mix another color in it, and I'm doing it a little different. I'm gonna see if I can get them done a little bit faster. Probably not, because I'm doing this, reinforcing some stitches in the heel, but I'm not taking it all the way. It's a fun thing with the pattern, you do a pattern on something and then you tweak it the way you like it. There's no wrong or right way to do things. You just do what you want to do. It's all about creating and being creative. That's what makes it so special. There's no right or wrong way. If you work on a pattern, you can switch it up and do what you want to do. Try something out and say, hey, it might be better if I do it this way, or I want it to look a little different or use different colors. That's the fun thing about crochet. You don't have to follow the pattern to the exact. So we'll see how these socks turn out. But yeah, I just started on them. I'm getting to the point where I'm falling behind because I'm working on so many different projects that I'm falling behind. That, and I've been decorating my house for Easter, and I bought one of those. It's like a kitchen. You got your kitchen sink, and it's a shelf that goes above your kitchen sink, so you can put your dishes up at the top of it. I got that off of Temu, and so I think it was like 4:30 this morning I was putting that together. It took me a while to figure it out. There wasn't any instructions really. It just was super basic. So I'm over there like trying to figure out how to put it together. And it's really nice. I love it. I was thinking about it for a super long time, and I was like, I'd really like to have one of them kitchen organizers above my sink so I have a spot to put the dishes and stuff, so that way my sink isn't full of dishes. Like you could even store some of the dirty dishes up top that way. Well, I have a dishwasher too. It just but I rinse off my dishes first before I put them in the dishwasher. That's just how I was taught, I guess. But yeah, I was really excited about that. And I got some Easter decorations too. Been decorating and decorating. It's hard because you're like trying to see how you want it arranged and how you want everything to look. So I got some fabric that I was ironing to put on the table for tablecloths, and going through my dishes, setting up the table. I got some really pretty artificial flowers from Walmart. Walmart's getting really good with their flowers. They're really pretty. A nice selection. Because Hobby Lobby, they didn't have a sale on their flowers. So I hopped over to Walmart and checked theirs out, and I was like, oh, I kind of like these. So I grabbed those, and put them in a pretty little vase. But yeah, this takes forever. And this is just the heel part. So these will be, you know, sewn together. And that gives you your heel for the socks. And I got 2 of those. And then I got to do the toe pieces too. I'm still doing that where I do the heel and toe pieces first. And I'm making my heels a little bit bigger than the toes. I figured that out, make the heel a little bit bigger. So I did, using a 1.65 hook, I did a chain of 32. So 32 for the heel, and that's to start, and then, you know, you decrease. I think I chained 32 for 3 rows. And then I started decreasing. And I think there's a row of 9 I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and there's a row of 9. And then I had to sew them together. Anyways, it gets insane. And then I was working on the dog sweater, but I keep getting distracted. So this is how far I've gotten on the dog sweater. And it's supposed to be diamond shaped, but I think I might just take it up and just keep it the triangles instead of doing a full diamond. Just keep the triangles. But I've been procrastinating and doing other projects, so it's been like this for like I haven't touched it in a week. But there it is, the doggy sweater. It's getting there. But yeah, I think I'm just going to keep it a triangle pattern. But it reminds me of Charlie Brown's t-shirt. That's what it kind of reminds me of. I don't know, but it's going to be cute. And I think I can go up to 19 inches for I gotta remember, golden schnauzer. Is that what it was? I got it wrote down. See, and I don't even crochet in my craft room. I'm always in my bedroom, laying in my bed watching TV while I'm crocheting, watching all you guys, like today when I was done decorating and taking down Christmas lights and putting stuff up in my attic. I'm like, I'm just gonna chill for a bit and watch Cinnamon Stitches. She's awesome. I love her. She's great. So yeah, I've been watching her a lot. Her videos and all the different yarns and stuff that she's got going on. She's been looking for the sapphire yarn. That's my dog's name. My dog's name is Sapphire, and I think I do have a couple of the sapphire colors. Yeah. Oh yeah, I do. And it's like a bright, and it's in between. I don't even know, but it is a gorgeous color. But that's the sapphire yarn. And it is so pretty. I got 3 balls of it. Yeah, I got more in that bag down there. I haven't even gone through any of that stuff. I've been too busy working on all my things. This is what I'm working on now. I know I'm not making any more of the bassinets because I was like, I'm going to make a baby blanket. So now I'm working on this baby blanket. This is what I've been doing. I'm horrible. I can't sit still. So yeah, I've got 3 projects going right now. Socks, dog sweater. Now I'm working on a baby blanket, but I want to make some more bassinets with the baby dolls. But I kind of have that on a standstill. Oh yeah, my curtains. I haven't touched this, but it's sitting here in my little pile of a mess over here. Curtains. I haven't been working on, but it's the pineapple, and I'm doing it for my living room. So I'm making curtains, but that's just been sitting there because I heard that Aubrey is having a baby. So I decided I better whip up some baby blankets. So that's what I'm working on right now. And it's a pretty decent size. I'm thinking I'm still going to do a border, but this is my first time that I've done it with the wave, where it's got that wave in it, and it's not like it's pretty subtle, but it's got like a wave, where it's just kind of like scalloped. And you can kind of tell down at the bottom, it's not straight, it's got the little wave in it. So yeah, that's what I've been working on hardcore, the baby blanket. And this is Lion brand, and they're the green colors. And I might do, I don't know if I'm going to do an off-white on the border. I might. But yeah, these are the Lion brand. I'm going to look up the colors. Maybe. Let's see. If I can remember what's what. Okay, so this mint green color, they're calling it pastel. So that's the pastel green. And then one of them is called Enchanted Forest. And the other one is Waterfall Cascade. So I'm guessing the variegated might be that Waterfall Cascade, and maybe this is the Enchanted Forest. That sounds right to me, yeah. But I'm using those 3 colors, and it was just a pattern that I saw on Pinterest, and now I have it, it's all in my head, so I can do it by memory now. And I'm just going along, and I'll switch up my colors, so then I have all these strands that I have to weave all those in, and then I'm probably going to do a little bit of a border. But I think that's a pretty good size for a baby to start. It's getting there. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm working on that one hardcore. Because everybody's having babies. It's springtime, and I get to play with all these pretty colors, something bright and fun. Yeah. And I like the socks too because they're the pastel colors. They're more like Eastery and springy. So I kind of took a break from the baby bassinets. But yeah, I'm probably going to mix another color in my socks. But I've had this Lion brand yarn for a super long time. And of course I got it from Joann's probably a few years ago, and I think these ones were probably like 10, 11 bucks because these ones are the big pounders, and I think it's a pretty good deal. And I got the colors, different colors down here. Oh, okay. No, this one is Enchanted Forest. Okay. I mixed them up. So that one's Enchanted Forest with the variegated. See, I thought maybe I got all of my colors mixed up. Oh, yeah, that's the pastel green. And then the other one was, oh, well, that doesn't look like Cascade Waterfall. Enchanted Forest, or Waterfall Cascade. Huh. But it looks green to me. It's not blue. I got a couple of the blue colors. Maybe we'll just do a couple of solid colors without any of the variegated. I don't know. Anyways, back to the socks. We'll mix a different color. Maybe we'll do this one. I don't know. It's like a pink purple. But it's like a bright. See, I don't know. Anyways. I might do this one with the socks because it'll kind of go. And it's like a pinkish, purplish. It's got like little like specks of purple with the pink. Yeah, we might do that. Maybe we'll do that one. I can't sit still. That's the problem. I can't sit still. Like, I'll work on something for a little bit and then I'll switch to something else. And it's like, if it gets done, it gets done. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Because I can't sit still. But anyways, I'm going hardcore on this. I'm going to get this baby blanket done. Baby blanket kick. And I think it would be cute too to do some type of a applique in the corner. I'm not sure what. But I see that a lot on the blankets where they'll do like a applique of a little animal or something, like a, you know, a little giraffe. Or see, I wouldn't want to do something green because you wouldn't be able to see it, so I would want it to be bright. Like maybe a yellow ducky or a giraffe or something yellow that's super bright so it would pop out. Yeah, but we'll have to do some girl ones too. But I was like, this would be perfect. Well, it's kind of neutral. So this is kind of a neutral color. So it could be for a boy or a girl because it's green. Your greens and yellows. So it could go for both. Kind of in the neutrals. Yeah. Oh, and then I bought the granny square deck, and I bought this for fun. This is like toys and eye candy here, but it has all of these little, yeah, I like this idea too because it's a card, you know, pick a card, any card, and it's got all of the different granny squares, and then it'll tell you on the back. See, and that's how I like to do it. I like the grids because I'm more of a visual person. So I like doing the crochet with this. I don't even know what they call that, like, but I do it by looking at the picture. I look at the picture and then I memorize it in my head and then I have it down. So, like, I could probably, you know, look at this picture for 3 or 4 of these squares that I make, and then I have it. Like, it's automatically in my head, and I can just keep doing it. If I continue, you know, popping them out. But anyways, there's just so many different types of granny squares, and you can make anything with these. You could make a blanket, you could make a bag. I've seen people do hats, bucket hats. But yeah, and there's like 50 different granny squares, and they're all different. So that would be just so cool. Or if you wanted to make a blanket with all of the different, you know, different squares. Or see, here's one with a star. They're just so cute. And I love that it has that picture on the back. It makes it so much easier to follow the pattern. But yeah, there's so many. It's like wonderful to have when you're in the granny square kicks. I love it. One of these days, but I have it, you know. I have it on me, so if I get into granny square mode again, and it does come with a book, but it's super tiny. It has a book, but you'd probably have to break out the magnifying glass on that. Because the book's really tiny. But yeah, I saw it. I had to get it. Really nice to have. I'm happy with that. Love it. I'll stick it up there. All my yarn. And that's what we got going today. But yeah, I've just been barely making it with getting the socks done. One pair for each month. Oops. Put it in the wrong spot. It's relaxing. That's the best part. You know, you're just, if you get it done, you get it done, and if you don't, you don't, you know. I've got so many projects going, and I just rotate them so I don't get bored. Because you do, you get bored and you get burnt out. So it's nice to rotate. The only bad thing is trying to remember what size hook you were using and what the pattern was. That's the only downfall on that. Because then you have to go back and you have to think, okay, how did I do this again? What pattern was I using? What hook size was I using? What was I going for? Yeah. See, I don't even know if I want to. I might have to go up another. Notch on these, but anyways. Started these for the socks. These are the heels that I am reinforcing with some of the leftovers. So it's just a little more durable. And working on this blanket, pretty hardcore on this. Honestly, I'll probably get this done by the end of the week. Yeah. Because I mean, this is how far I've gotten in the past. I think this is about 3 days worth of work. let me guess. Yeah, I'd say it's been about, it takes about an hour for each color, so I'm about 8 hours into this here, like an hour for each color. So this is like 8 hours worth of work. Yeah. And I'm addicted. I'm going to get it done. We're going to see how it turns out. So, I hope you guys have a good night, and I guess see you next time. Watch some more YouTube videos, all you other people out there, and just have fun and create. Alrighty. Bye.